At the weight, but when it comes to training and stuff, yeah, I'm really comfortable. I feel strong. Um, I was used to cutting weight like the last week, 2 weeks of the fight, and in this weight where I'm at right now, I feel like I'm just gonna be able to perform it and train at a decent weight where I'm gonna be full of energy.
You mentioned you wanted this big challenge. You mentioned he's the man. What makes him the man? What do you see in the ring that just makes him? Said he's a bully.
Like
Versatile.
nowadays, listen. Nowadays, you don't have to be a great fighter to be a megastar. Truth be told, you don't have to be. You just have to bring that excitement. Him, I'm just gonna name one thing. He's explosive and he's got power, and that's all he's gonna use, and he's been using this whole time to make him the fighter that he is today. People see him as the next superstar, as Albert, presented him as the next Floyd Mayweather, and it's good. And it's how and it's done well for himself. Has he ever faced someone like me? No. I'm gonna take him in deep waters. I'm gonna test his heart. I'm gonna test his willingness. So I mean, when I say this is the biggest fight in this weight class, he's the most recognized name next to who else in the weight class? Remind me.
You and him.
Exactly. So I'm just saying, like, he's the most recognized name, period, in boxing, not just his weight class. Right now, he makes noise on social media. He's out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what plays out to be great big fights, not just the fighter being good.
So what is it that you plan on taking advantage of coming to this fight? You mentioned you called him out, you wanted to fight him, you stepped up, took the challenge, so kudos to you. That's being a good boxer, being a good champion. What is it that you look forward to taking advantage of come February?
I don't see any taking anything advantage. I'm just gonna go do me. I'm not an advantage taker. I'm just.
So you feel he just can't handle you, period?
I think you just answered my question. Yeah.
How far do you want to go with your career?
How far? Okay, yeah, answer that question. So I see myself doing this 2 more years. 2 more years, tough, good years, where I'm still strong. That third year, maybe I'm still, I'll be like there, but maybe not there. Who knows? And if I'm not, I'll just retire. Like, bro, I've done well for myself. I've become world champion and not just won many titles. I'm doing okay. Not okay. I'm doing great outside. I'm still an active fighter who's got to deal with, I'm gonna name Telemundo and Fox. Sealed 2 years, bro. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a career already. Like, Sean Porter and myself were talking about it on the phone. He texted like, bro, we got a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, we actually got a job where I gotta go suited and booted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta study. I gotta do all my homework. Like, bro, like, I'm just doing this because the legacy and my kids. I got a 13-year-old that looks up to me. My kids, and I'm trying to prove something. You know what I'm saying? Like, prove people wrong and don't be scared. Of life, the world, of people. Like, don't. Like, I'm not scared of them. Like, I'm not scared of anyone. I'm just scared of God. I'm scared of real things. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just. I train for this. I'm a fighter. I've been a fighter my whole life, not just in boxing. Outside, he talks about him struggling out in the streets and like, bro, I've been there. Don't go, because of my charming looks. Bro, I've been through it all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good, man. I'm blessed.
Do you see your kids coming up like you did in the sport?
Well, they're both girls. So they're gonna be too pretty to be doing this. And my daughters, I just want that mental strength. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want.
How was the face-off?
It was good. It's not a bad-looking cat.
By the way, I've never seen you this intense ever.
Really?
Yeah.
It was normal face-off. I thought he was gonna do a little bit of talking. He didn't. Surprised me. Just lets you know that he's taking me serious too.
What did you say to him?
I didn't say
I thought. Let me ask you this: they compared him to Tyson in terms of 20 wins, 19 knockouts. Did you watch the Buster Douglas? Is that what you want to do? Deep water and then lead jab, right hand?
They already compared him to Tyson, so imagine that win. I beat a little mini Tyson. Bro, you can't go in there. When fighters going in their fight, yes, there's concerns. You know,
Yes.
maybe his style was not right for me, and I've got 36 plus fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had that, and then you go in there and it's totally not that. It's like, bro, like it was an easier fight than I thought. So I'm not saying this is gonna be an easier fight. I just don't want to put that in my mind.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, it's gonna be a tough fight. Oh man, he hits hard. Like, fuck, I already losing the fight outside of the ring if I start thinking all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna go in there and perform. My thing is I just gotta train my butt off.
Amen.
As long as I train good, as long as I'm physically, mentally ready for this, the fight's gonna turn out however God wants it to turn out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna go out there, perform, and that's why I told you guys, just sit back, look pretty, and enjoy the fight, because the fight's it's gonna be a hell of a fight. Look, I don't think you can name a boring fight that I've been in. Even when I got knocked out, it was an exciting fight. You know what I'm saying? Because it was first round. Like, yo, people
It
like,
shocked us.
yo, shocked. I got up, bro. That was a devastating shot. I got up. I kept fighting. Stupid me. I should have hold, but I kept fighting. What I'm saying, even when I lose, I look good doing it. You know what I'm saying? The Leo fights, tough fights, close fights. I'm going out with my shield, bro. Like I'm in there to win it, but I'm also in there to perform and give you guys a hell of a fight. So I felt a little disrespected when someone said how many rounds. I did feel.
Yeah, I mentioned that about
that was a stupid question. So
not really. I mean,
yeah, it was.
Sometimes you can say what you feel. You got the energy to last the fight or knock him out in round one.
Well, I feel like I do exactly. But you're here at a you're here at a press conference where you have two fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, not just him. Next time, just do a one-on-one with him. I'm just saying.
Hey, Abner, a win here makes you a fourth champion. How important is this for Mexican boxing? History.
I mean, just for the Latinos, the history. I mean, it'll put me, like I said, in the list where it's gonna be brilliant. Against next to Chavez, Abner Mares, Barrera. These great, phenomenal legacies that, when you name them, you get goosebumps because they've been in there with the toughest, great fights. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. I want to be in that list, and I want to be considered one of the best.
Mares, do you feel with a victory in February, people will start putting respect on your name like the Morales and Marquez? I mean, because you'll be in that class.
It's not so much, I'm not looking for respect. I mean, I think I earned my respect. You know what I'm saying? I take on anyone, anywhere, anytime. That's the type of fighter I am. I was raised that way, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm going in there to look for respect. I'm just going in there to seal my legacy, you could say, and to show my kids and everybody that there's always those tough fights where people are gonna believe that you don't have anything to beat them, and you do. So it's just one of those fights where I just feel like I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and that's right.
Was there a specific performance of his or fight or anything that you kind of like? I think Mikey was saying he saw Spence against Lamont and was like, you know what, I want that fight. Was there kind of a moment like that for you with Tank?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is that this kid is 20, 19 knockouts. What does that let you know? That he's never been in many rounds. He's taking them out. So does he hit hard? Yes, it shows that he hits hard, but he's not used to someone like really being in there, really testing him. So yeah, there's definitely something I saw and that we plan on exploiting, and I just look forward to performing and winning this fight.
So being a slick fighter ain't running, because that's been the narrative for the past 10 years. Because it appears to me you got to be a slick fighter for 6 rounds to take him to deep water.
I think I've shown that in a few fights where I could be a slick boxer.
Cuellar, he did a great job.
Exactly. So I could do that, or I could stand there, toe to toe, and push him back and make it a difficult fight. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways. So I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Well, thank you for taking the fight. I know you got a question. I appreciate you taking the fight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.